Luton Town versus Bolton in the third round of the FA Cup. It's a good opportunity for both teams to look away from their own leagues and focus on a cup competition. Bolton have done extremely well to get obviously to the third round of the FA Cup, as they entered in the first round, winning their last two ties. And yes, okay, for them it's not a glamorous tie going to Luton, but they are a sleeping giant in League One, and they may look at this game and think, actually, Luton are not doing too well. In our opinion, we are doing very well in the Premier League, and we have an opportunity to beat them and progress to the fourth round of the competition. Whereas with Luton, we will look at this probably as a good distraction away from the league, as we've been really focusing on about staying up in the Premier League, and look at it and go, right, we've got players here who haven't really played much football. An opportunity for them, and it's also an opportunity for some players that have had knocks over the last recent weeks to prove themselves in this game. And I reckon we are going to see some changes. I think we'd be silly not to make some changes. And do I think Bolton will make a few? I think they make one or two, but I still think Bolton will go all out, because I do think this is a fantastic opportunity for them to progress to the fourth round. And I say that because Luton, over the last couple of seasons now, our record against lower league teams isn't good. And it's proven from this season, in fact, because we got knocked out by Exeter in the League Cup. Disappointing result. Players had an opportunity in that game to prove that they deserve to be starting in the Prem, and they didn't prove that point. And we haven't seen some players that did actually start in that match. Players such as Cauley Woodrow, Luke Berry, Tim Krul, for example. So we haven't done really too well in cup competitions when we've played against lower league teams. It's been a real disappointment, that, because I do want to progress in the cup competitions. It is a nice distraction away from the league. Of course, I don't want to go on a cup run if it is going to impact our league form. But I also think winning in a cup competition can also, boost morale, it can boost momentum, and it can bring real positive vibes within a team camp. So for us to beat Bolton, it would help, because we've been performing extremely well recently. Maybe we should have had more points because of that, but a win against Bolton will also boost morale, and it would, I think everyone within the team will be a lot more happier, and we can go into the game against Burnley after Bolton with some confidence during the start of this year. So that's just my thoughts on it. I do think we need to be taking this game as serious as possible, and if a player is starting that hasn't played that much football, then it's a fantastic opportunity to prove that they deserve to be playing in the first team. I am looking at players like Clark, and I'm looking at players like Berry, who have lacked first team football, and it's a good opportunity for both of those two players in particular in a midfield that we are got a lot of quality in with Ross Barkley and Nakonga and Nakamba, to prove that actually we deserve to be starting. So I'm looking forward to seeing how players react, how players perform. Cauley Woodrow especially, I expect him to start. Probably expect Morris to start, as he hasn't played much football. It's going to be a strong Luton team regardless, so we're not going to disrespect Bolton here. It's going to be a very strong Luton team, because if I'm being honest with you, if you want to call it a reserve squad or a second team, that second team is more than strong enough to be a championship side. So for Bolton, it's a real good test for them, especially if they want to get promotion from League One to the Championship on what could potentially happen in the future. It's a fantastic opportunity. Their fans have sold out their allocation. It's also a sellout for Luton as well, which we don't normally do, which I'm quite surprised about, but good. It's nice to see fans that maybe haven't got a ticket for the Premier League match that are now coming to watch us in the cup game. We need the support. The boys all need it. It's quite evident that they do need it, and it does help. It massively helps, and it also helps the finances of the club as well. It gives the club more money. Plus, we don't want to see empty seats, do we? I know it can happen quite often, but I do like the FA Cup. I do like the magic of the competition as well. We've already seen some bit of magic already in this competition, with the likes of Maidstone beating Stevenage, a National League side in the south, in the fourth round of the competition. It's great to see. It just proves that you can still go on a decent cut run, and I would like Luton to go on a cut run, because Rob Edwards did mention in his interview that he would like to tick that off and be able to complete that. you know, get into a quarter-final or semi-final, get into Wembley even, or, you know, imagine going all the way to the final. I also disagree with Wembley being a semi-final venue, but it'd be fantastic if we could go all the way. You know, imagine getting relegated from the Premier League and winning the FA Cup. That could be quite a story, and I think that's already happened already with Wigan doing it, and Portsmouth as well. So yeah, I'd be really excited if we could go on a really nice cup run. And also, it gives tickets opportunities. You know, when we go to like these big Premier League stadiums, we already get given only a couple of thousand. If we get to go to Old Trafford or get to go to Tottenham Stadium, you get given bigger away allocation. You have to be given 10%, which is great, and it gives an opportunity for as many fans to go. Obviously, with league prices and league allocation, it's a lot less. So yeah, it'd be a nice opportunity if we can obviously do that. But back to Bolton, two former Luton players that have played for, who currently play for Bolton now, Cameron Jerome and also Carlos Mendes-Gomez. Cameron Jerome, I think we were all gutted when he left, but he obviously moved closer to home due to you know, off the pitch problems, which you had to respect, and fair play for him for moving with his family, moving closer to his family, because he was travelling a long distance. And then Carlos Mendes-Gomez, a player who I felt we kind of progressed too quickly for him. I thought he had the potential to be a first team Luton Town player, but unfortunately due to us progressing to the Premier League, it just wasn't meant to be for him. So he's obviously getting regular first team football, and fair play to him. He's at Bolton trying to win promotion to the Championship. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, this game. I really hope we don't repeat what we've done in the past and lose against a lower league opposition. But Bolton are not here to play about, and it may not be pretty. The game may not be pretty, but I don't care. Bolton are there to do a job. If we were in their shoes, we would do exactly the same. But we just got to cheer on the boys and hope we can progress to the fourth round of the competition and make it a professional game as much as possible, and try and make it a comfortable win. A clean sheet would be nice. A couple of goals as well. Done and dusted. Respect the opposition as well. Happy days. And hopefully that is the case, and that's what I am predicting. I'm going to predict a 3-0 win. I do think we should be doing that, just because of where we've been over the last couple of years and how we've been performing. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to the game. Hopefully the boys can prove me right. Like I said, it's a good opportunity for some players to get some minutes in. And yeah, I've got a feeling that the likes of Luke Berry are going to do a good job. And it could be potentially their last ever game for Luton, especially if some players leave in January as well. So, good opportunity for everyone involved. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section of the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.